Hi, everybody. This is Pastor Rex, and it was good to have you in church this morning. If you joined us online, Alan and I have kind of put our heads together, and we're going to talk about putting some little devotional thoughts. Often our life groups will get together through the week and discuss the Sunday morning message. So these are just some tools to help you if you want to get together with other brothers or sisters in Christ and discuss the message. But here are just some things to help you with that. We'll probably do a few of these each week just to help you out, and we'll probably get better as we go. But in the meantime, Alan does about 4 or 5 questions with each sermon, and we put together some questions for you to think about today. And the first of those questions is simply, what signs have you seen of God's hand at work through the means of redemptive suffering? You know, we talked about that today. We mentioned that sometimes we try to avoid suffering, but God may be leveraging suffering as a tool to get our attention, to do something big. And so I encourage you to just answer that question and look for God's hand this week. The second question that I want you to consider is the dangers of fear in the midst of uncertain situations. And I want you to think about how you can avoid getting stuck in the muddy rut of your own fears. Sometimes we can spin and spin and spin in the middle of that muddy rut and never go anywhere. So be on the lookout then of how you can avoid those pitfalls or those ruts. The third question that I want you to think about is related to the quotation that I mentioned of Martin Luther. And when he saw the apple tree, or the planting of the apple tree, as really a symbol of faith, it was the idea of faith for the future. And as you think about this third question, we'd phrase it simply this way. What can you do today to keep planning for tomorrow? You know, don't give up on your future. Keep moving towards the future that God has for you. We may not see it clearly, but He has a future. His Word assures us that as Christians, we have a sure and certain future that's promised by Him. Last of all, I want you just to think about a quote by A.W. Tozer that I mentioned also this morning that said, "A fearful world needs a fearless church." And the question that I want you to think about is, how can we be fearless witnesses of the love of Christ in the midst of a fearful world? How can we bring a sense of peace and security and assurance to people that are really wondering if this world's coming to an end? Help them to know that in the assurance of faith, we can stand firm no matter what happens. And anyway, those are some thoughts to kick around this week. I hope you have a great week. And in the meantime, stay healthy and stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.